100K H1B visa fee just announced. What's this? Hello, I'm Chris Athanas. I'm a KMP developer, tech support. So they're going to come out for that on Tuesday. So today we're going to be looking at, I'm going to be watching, I haven't watched this, I haven't previewed this yet, I just heard about it. I'm like, okay, these things always have little loopholes or exceptions that just make it kind of just go along as usual, but they get the credit for making an announcement and they're doing something about this H1B issue. Let's see what's going on.
Well, it finally happened. Donald Trump has signed an executive order that imposes a $100,000 application fee on H-1B visas. Now, this is something what is that? What is going on? Oh my God! America!
We'll see.
We did it, boys!
Don't get too excited.
America! Well, yeah! Is the only way out there. Visas, your game is through. Dual monitors, Napods, hackathons, Soylent, BizBuzz, Daily Scrum. Woo! Let's go, baby!
We'll see.
Okay, that's enough celebrating. So, Donald Trump signed an executive order with a $100,000 application fee for the H-1B visa. Now, this is huge for American coders here. Now, I'm going to get into who are the real winners and losers here.
Let's get into it.
But right out of the gate, one of the real winners here are American coders. We are so back, baby.
We'll see.
No longer is these scams and things that I've documented in other videos about things going on with H-1B visas and tech teams being 95, 99+% H-1B visas. The time has come, baby. Bring back American coders, and the time is finally here. Now, looking into the details of what's going on here, there's a $100,000 application fee, but it's unclear if that's for the full 3 years that the H-1B sponsor has, or is that for every year over the H-1B sponsor, or is it maybe a payment plan over 3 years? We don't know yet. Everything is still up in the air. They're still deciding. Also, the gold card that I've done a video on before is gaining more steam now. Now it's $1 million for the gold card. So anyone that wants to come to America and be able to get a visa and be here could get a gold card visa, which will cost the hefty price of $1 million. I know. And any company out there that wants to kind of fast track this process could spend $2 million to get it going. So this is crazy.
I mean, for certain companies, it is worth it, right? It is worth it. They got some particular talents, but AI, whatever. Yeah, that makes sense. But if they really, I have a funny feeling there's gonna be all kinds of exceptions, exclusions, little waivers, and wait, not for them, and not for this company, or not this industry, or let's see what that is.
Big change going on here. So let's get into it. Again, the real winner here is American coders. While if you look at big tech companies, $100,000 is really not going to do much. I've seen when I used to work at Microsoft, I saw them spend billions and billions on Microsoft Stream, and you don't really hear much of Microsoft Stream anymore. So for them to have to pay $100,000 for top talent, it doesn't matter to them. So what's going to happen
so maybe
is
big companies it may not be as a blip on their radar, but I think a lot of other companies are like, okay, we could probably spend that $100,000 on a local domestic coder instead of having to go overseas. Maybe it'll make more sense.
Visas are really just going to be concentrated
if that's
at the top
where
these companies have the resources and the funds to be able to afford them. With that happening, though, a lot of the abuse and a lot of things that happened with visas, workers going to different teams, a lot of smaller teams, they're going to be wiped out, unfortunately, because they're not going to have the funds like these big tech teams to go ahead and sponsor these visas. I think that's kind of a win-loss here because maybe we are actually only concentrating visas at the top where the most wealth is, and that's unfortunate because there's tons of bright people who are on these visas that other companies who are smaller that want to get these people from across the world to come here to work for them because they're genius level, they're going to be excluded, unfortunately. It's not going to be as easy to have them come here and work for them. So that's unfortunate. That could lead to some big ripples down the line. But all these things we're saying about tons and tons of tech teams just being fully comprised of H-1B workers, all these scams that we see going on, all these companies, fake companies out there that are just really putting them on payroll to get them.
Yeah, you should go look at his other videos about that. He's like one of the few people like going into more depth of it, and he hires people overseas to do stuff too. So he's on the pulse of it. I've hired teams like done stuff in the past, but nothing recent.
Through the visa inspection and get their sponsorship approved. Y'all have been put on notice, baby. It is coming to an end. It's going to be harder and harder for this to continue. And this is a good thing for everyone. The American coder is so back. We are now going to be able to not only be able to compete, but be the better option. In my last video, I talked about how H-1B visas are almost always a better option for hiring someone, even if that person is of similar skill level and it can be filled by an American job. And companies do all this shady stuff to do that. And this, at least a little bit, levels the playing field out there. It's time to get back into the office. It's time to drink Soylent. It's time to take caffeine pills. It's time to stay up all night on hackathons and on calls because we are back, baby. We just got to dodge the bomb of jobs being shipped overseas now, which, again, I'm not trying to downplay. That definitely could still happen. But there's a lot of issues with that, and trust me, I've had enough clients.
But there's all this other issues with that. We can deal. We've already had that for many years of shipping it overseas, and trusting that it gets done, and the time differences and language barriers and all that stuff. So that's already been a thing, and people have already tried that out. And sometimes it works great, and times not so good.
Worked with that come to me and say they need help fixing their application because working with overseas team has screwed it. And before people in the
Right.
comments go, oh, people overseas could do this, they're good, they're blah blah blah, whatever. If you are so good, you're being scooped up by big tech. You ain't working
Right.
for these small little one-off projects
Correct.
that don't pay anything.
Correct.
So put a sock in it, baby. All right, drop in the comments what you think is going to happen. This is kind of just a quick reaction to this bombshell news here. And my final thoughts on this are, if you are truly smart, if you are truly someone that is genius level, that what you need in America, that is helpful, we would love you to come here. And it's unfortunate now.
All right, this is a little commercial, but yeah, I think we're gonna see, yeah, the big companies. It's not gonna really affect them too much, but I think these smaller companies and are gonna have to think twice. And I guess unless there's some kind of weird waivers or whatever, maybe this is probably going to be a good thing for American programmers. But when is this going to be implemented? Is will it be flipped around in 2 years or 3 years when Trump's out of office again? We don't know, but at least someone seems to be paying attention, unless it's just more lip service. All right, I'll talk to you later. Give me a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.